This looks like just another spinning machine. Some homemade gadget is humming away in a corner of a workshop. But what's happening inside is anything but ordinary. Inside this device, water isn't just sitting still. It's moving, shifting, changing its position while spinning at high speed. And that tiny detail could make all the difference. It's a battery, but not the kind with chemicals or lithium. This one stores energy in motion and mass. A battery that spins water to help stabilize the flow of electricity reaching your home. Why water? Why spin? And why now? Let's find out. The grid's balancing problem. Electricity feels instant. You flip a switch and the light turns on. But behind that simplicity is a constant balancing act that few people ever think about. The power grid is like a giant seesaw, trying to stay level every second of every day. On one side, you have power generation. On the other hand, demand from homes, businesses, and industries. If one side gets too heavy, the whole system wobbles, or worse, collapses. For decades, big power plants handled this with ease. Coal, gas, nuclear, these giants could ramp up or slow down as needed. But times have changed. Solar panels and wind turbines now supply a huge chunk of our energy. And while they're clean and renewable, they're also unpredictable. One moment the sun is shining, the next it's behind a cloud. Wind can gust, then stop. This unpredictability means the grid's balancing act is getting harder. Sudden dips can cause blackouts. Sudden surges can fry equipment. What we need is a buffer. Something that can absorb extra energy when there's too much and release it when there's too little. That's where new storage solutions come in. Reinventing the flywheel. One solution engineers have turned to is the flywheel battery. It's simple in concept but powerful in execution. You take a heavy disk, spin it fast, and store energy in its rotation. Later, when the grid needs a boost, you let the flywheel slow down, converting that stored motion back into electricity. Flywheels are fast. They react in milliseconds. They don't rely on chemical reactions like traditional batteries, so they last longer and degrade less over time. For handling short bursts of instability in the grid, they're nearly perfect. But they're not perfect for everything. There's a catch. Flywheels operate at a fixed speed range. That means the amount of power they release, and for how long, can't easily be changed mid-flight. Once the flywheel is spinning, its energy output follows a predictable curve. Great for quick corrections, but not ideal when you need more control over how much power you're putting back into the grid and when. That's where this new idea steps in. Imagine if a flywheel didn't have to stick to just one operating profile. What if, while spinning, it could shift its internal mass to adjust its speed and energy output? That would give operators a kind of energy throttle, more flexibility, more control. This battery isn't just spinning, it's adapting, changing its physics in real time, taking an old technology and giving it a new kind of intelligence. And the way to do that? Turns out, water might be the answer. Physics behind shape-shifting mass. To understand why shifting mass matters, picture a figure skater on ice, arms stretched out wide, spinning slowly. Then, as she pulls her arms inward, something almost magical happens. She speeds up. Not because she's pushing harder, but because of a simple rule of physics: conservation of angular momentum. The principle is straightforward. When mass moves closer to the center of rotation, the object spins faster. When it moves outward, the spin slows down. The total energy stays the same, but the distribution changes. And with that change comes control over speed and torque. Now, think about applying this concept to an energy storage system. If a flywheel could adjust its mass position while spinning, it wouldn't just store energy passively. It could modify its output on demand, slow down for a gentle release of power, or pull its mass inward for a short, intense burst. That's what makes this design so interesting. By using water inside movable tubes as the mass, the system can shift weight inward or outward, even while spinning at high speed. The denser the mass near the rim, the more energy it can store for later. Pull it inward, and it can rapidly change its speed and power output. It's no longer just a battery, it becomes a controllable energy buffer, one that can adjust itself mid-operation to match the grid's needs. A mechanical solution with real-time flexibility. Building the water-based battery. Turning this idea into reality meant starting from scratch. No off-the-shelf flywheel could do what this one needed to. So the first challenge was building a sturdy base, something that could handle not just weight, but also the intense forces created at high rotational speeds. At the heart of the system is a 20mm steel axle, chosen for its strength and resistance to bending. It runs through two precision bearings mounted inside a 3D printed housing, light enough to prototype quickly but still strong enough, at least for early tests. The motor driving the spin is a high-torque brushless model, similar to those used in powerful drones. It's compact, efficient, and crucially, it can serve two roles. First, it acts as the charger, spinning the flywheel up to speed. Then, once spinning, the same motor switches to generator mode, feeding electricity back out. Monitoring the spin rate requires real-time feedback. To achieve that, a small magnet was mounted near the base of the flywheel, passing by a Hall effect sensor with each rotation. This setup offers a clean, contactless way to track RPM without risking damage or adding friction. Now, the real twist: the moving mass system. 5 hollow tubes were mounted along the flywheel's central column. Each one could be filled with water and shifted inward or outward by a small geared motor controlling a central spindle. By moving these tubes, the battery could adjust its mass distribution on command. To control all this, a simple interface was built. Just a rotary knob for spin speed, 2 buttons for shifting mass in or out, and a small screen showing RPM, power output, and total energy released. From concept to assembly, the whole system stayed compact, modular, and ready for real-world testing, engineering hurdles and fixes. Of course, designing something on paper is one thing. Making it survive in the real world is something else entirely. The first test runs were done with the tubes empty. That way, if something went wrong, there'd be less mass spinning around to cause damage. Thankfully, the dry runs went smoothly. But once water was added, new challenges appeared almost immediately. Balancing became critical. Even small differences in how much water was in each tube caused noticeable wobbles at high speeds. The solution? Fine-tuning the fill levels in each tube with almost surgical precision until everything spun smoothly again. But the biggest issue came from the spindle motor. It simply wasn't strong enough to move the water-filled tubes while the flywheel was spinning at full speed. The forces generated at those RPMs were far higher than expected. Initial estimates had suggested around 20 kilograms of resistance, but real-world calculations showed it was more than double that. To fix it, an extra motor was squeezed into the limited space around the spindle. Still not ideal, but it provided just enough torque to shift the mass when needed. And then came reinforcement. Stress points on the 3D printed parts were identified and strengthened. Sensors were recalibrated. The whole system was checked again. It wasn't perfect, but it was ready for the next step. Full speed, high load testing. Real-world test results. With the setup complete, it was time to find out what this battery could deliver. The first test was a baseline run. The flywheel was spun with the water tubes fully extended, keeping the mass as far from the center as possible. This setup mirrored how a conventional flywheel battery would operate, storing energy with a fixed mass distribution. After reaching full speed, the motor switched to generator mode, and the system started releasing energy. The output? A steady 246 joules over 13 seconds. Not bad for a small prototype. But the real excitement came with the second test. This time, the flywheel was again brought up to speed, but as it entered generator mode, the system pulled the water-filled tubes inward during the spin. The change was instant. RPM climbed rapidly as the mass shifted closer to the center. The energy release wasn't just faster, it was more intense. This second run delivered 231 joules, but in just 7 seconds. In that moment, the project crossed from theory into reality. The battery had become more than a storage device. It became dynamic. What this means for the future. This small experiment won't be powering neighborhoods anytime soon, but what it shows is something with far-reaching potential. Energy storage doesn't need to stay fixed and predictable. It can become responsive, able to adjust in real time as the grid shifts and fluctuates. As renewable sources like wind and solar take over more of our energy mix, flexibility becomes critical. Instead of relying on massive battery banks or rushing to build new power plants, solutions like this offer a new approach. A shape-shifting flywheel could help smooth out sudden spikes, fill short-term gaps, and adapt to changing demands in seconds. Sure, there are other technologies out there like variable transmissions, but each has limitations. What makes this project stand out isn't that it's flawless. It's that it's unconventional. A strange idea tested in a small workshop that might just inspire something much bigger. Invitation to think differently. This project began with a simple question. What if a flywheel could shift its mass while spinning? The result was more than just a speed tweak. It became a lesson in control over timing, power, and energy flow. Along the way came failed calculations, unexpected forces, and plenty of learning. Maybe this prototype won't scale, maybe it will. But it sparked a new idea in the energy storage conversation. Could this odd little experiment shape something bigger? That's a question worth asking.